and glow of burning buildings. Even in the dark of night, Meve could easily discern the fear-twisted faces of the Nilfgaardian defenders. The queen wiped tears from her cheek, blackened with ash, and reached for her sword. The time had finally come to drive the Blackclads out. Once and for all. Story battle. Standard battle. Explode them all. Okay, we have a standard battle, so 3 turns. Let's do our Skellige tactic.
This is the end of Dahi.
Great.
Do you hear me? I shall stick your head on a pike.
Okay. Oh, whenever one is destroyed. So the destroying strategy might not actually really work out.
Come here, let's dance.
Interesting. Okay, let's get our pirates going. More fire!
I must thank you. Your fortress has superbly solid walls.
I will smash you against those walls.
In retreat!
It's fine. Let's see how his ability works exactly. Just brings out one more. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Do I play another card here? Honestly, I don't think so. Just pass the first round.
Enough! I do not need to hear this. Kill her!
No. I think we did it at the perfect moment, and it actually was like a story moment. Let's see. I was stronger. Ha! Awkward, eh? Okay. Let's play this first.
Never had your kneecaps broken!
What did Fizz do this time? Oh, that's good. 15 against 9. I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm okay with that.
Barbarians.
It just boosted my unit. Or my soon-to-be unit. soon to be my unit. Anyway.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Warum?
It's not pass. It's disappointing.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Let's see. Him.
Waiting for a personal invitation?
Nine against 79.
Archers, let it be night. Obscure the sun with arrows.
Okay.
Arbalist in your command.
Chibi! Miss Chibi T with the raid! Hello, Chibionis! How are you all? Welcome to the very finale of Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales. I am still up. We're going at 9.5 hours now. So, it's been a long stream. I didn't lie when I told you it's a marathon stream. Okay. How was your stream? What did you stream today, Chibi? The raid got messed up. Let's do that. Hey, Destructive! Welcome to the stream. Hello, Falstro! Welcome. No, you're not late to the party. You're just in time for the finale here. Thank you for coming over. You played Dishonored 2. I never played any of the Dishonored game. I hope you had a good time with it. Let's do the switcheroo here. Left behind? What? That is so rude. That can only be done by Chibi. Best for last. Okay. Good save. Good save. Okay. Oof.
Watch your heads!
It really forces me to use a lot of cards here. Not much of an option though.
Evil ass.
I was playing the stealthy route, but then towards the end got fed up with it and went full chaos mode. That sounds like something that I would do in that game as well. Trying to do it stealthy and then just realizing that it really doesn't work out for me. This is not going great. What am I supposed to do here? Okay, let's see.
Blood washes away all shame!
Yeah, we won't win this. It's so frustrating. Stronger cards. We will have to retry here.
Off to the front yet again.
Okay. Definitely should have gone for the first round here. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's see. Let's see if I can muster up the strength to think after 9.5 hours. Those are not great cards, though. And the spy is useful here. Those are not great cards.
This is the end, Ebdahi. Do you hear me? I shall stick your head on a pike.
Don't want to keep you up, fellas. You're so exhausted. It's such an exhausting week.
Think I'm a beard!
Let's start this again. That is generally a good strategy.
Don't need no weapon!
Right.
Fuck, our ass is moving.
Oh well, let's see.
I must thank you. Your fortress has superbly solid walls.
One bolt.
So killing them doesn't really make sense, since you automatically place another card. Superbly. That was good. The boost there.
Give me a time.
This unit has armor. I'll just wait it out a little bit.
Enough! I do not need to hear this.
Highest
Kill
power enemy and by 5. Its power is an even number. Should be this.
I smell a leak.
That one kinda bothers me. Oh my goodness. I mean, he will play new cards there, but at least it's not one of those assassin guys. Jeez. Oh, he passed now, though. And that's good. How much difference do we have? Ooh. Do I go for this, which is kind of risky? Oh, I can't use that. I could use it on these. Brings out overload. Oh, the boosts! Not. Let's see. Can I do? That should be enough. Okay. Pass. We won the first round this time.
Fools! I'm surrounded by fools!
Okay. Bunch of new cards. Now the question is... Let's pass. Win this round. This is a tough battle. That's good. That'll help. So... where the boost goes.
Is today the day?
Let's see. Definitely want some fire going. And... also want... give me the spine.
You mad? Don't shake that!
No time for that.
Good. Yeah, and the stack is built on like getting new cards. And destroying cards gives them automatically a new card. That's good though. He's boosting my own card. Or my soon-to-be card. Gotta outsmart him. That one is an issue.
The evil never pass.
Not a big fan. Now let's play our pirate game.
Ludicrous! Give me some of that.
That'll help.
Think I'm afeard.
Should have played the ale earlier. Okay, no boost this time for him. And we have the ale. Ouch. That doesn't help.
Barbarians.
So now...
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Put them here. It will pay off long term. More cards for him and a boost. Great. It's close though. This time no boost. My card was higher. So let's play this one. Boosterinos. The thing with his constant boosting is that the fire will damage them and he boosts them so they stay alive. But the fire
let
keeps
it be
them low.
night.
Or lower,
Obscure the
at
sun
least.
with arrows.
Well, that was not nice. So the fire is really good here.
I am the greasy strangler.
Kickers as
Asha!
I go believe.
Thank you for another €5 donation today. Thank you so much. That was very, very generous of you. Very much appreciated. Thank you. Give some pandas in chat for Asha. Let's swap out this one. Some eye leeches, yeah. Perhaps, yeah. Let's see. What do I want really? I mean, give me this one and this one, I think.
Death is only the beginning!
Hey?
Tax the leeches. There are the pandas. Well deserved, Asha. Thank you so much.
Quiet, or the commissar will hear.
And we're slightly in the lead. Now that will boost him, but we will do more damage than he boosts himself, so I'm okay with that. I don't want to destroy them, because if I destroy them, he plays a new card and he has some really strong cards. So kind of just want to keep his cards low.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
hurts. Okay, there was a win. So, what else can we play? Let's try these two.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
There's not much I can do with them in terms of offense, because I don't want to destroy them. Keep them low, but aside from that, doesn't really make sense. He probably has, like, he has enough cards to win this still. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Probably will lose this.
How did that incantation go?
Take care of your nose.
Of course, as you wish, master.
Or do I have to drain his deck from the very beginning? That could also be the case. Because he will win this easily over time. He has so many cards. This is a matter of time. See, another one of these. Still not done though.
I warned you.
I mean, we're still barely in the lead. I don't know how.
Scheiß in train!
Oh, this could be it. Oh, not
Off
quite.
to the front yet again.
But this we won't be able to recover.
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
So I don't know if maybe I have to drain his deck a little bit more. Or at least try to do so. It was pretty close, yeah. It was a good attempt. So let's see. I only want the infiltrator. They don't really help. So let's try a more aggressive approach.
This is the end, Dahi. Do you hear me?
Draining
I shall
his
stick
deck.
your head on a pike.
So, do this first.
Ah!
Out the infiltrator and bring out the Skellige warrior.
Fuck, our ass is moving.
Do that.
Come on,
there.
kill me!
Try to. It's good. That's the plan here.
Varu?
So,
No time for that.
I must thank you. Your fortress has superbly solid walls.
okay. Let's see. I'll just do this. Just draining his cards. Let's try that.
Enough! I do not need to hear this. Kill her!
Oh, he passed.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
There's a bit of an issue. Bit of an issue. Some good answers here quickly.
Arbalist at your command. Armor won't save.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Which ones I can damage but not kill? This one. Righteous fire, praise the sun!
I'm surrounded by fools!
Okay, that was good though. Don't want to swap out any of those. Really. They are okay. I won't play many cards in this round. I will play him though. Just so he plays another card. And I can bring back my Skellige cards next turn anyway. So now I can pass. Which is okay. This one I do not need. Let's get rid of him. Yeah. That's fine. I mean, my deck also isn't perfectly set out for this fight in particular, which makes it a little bit tougher. So I could reload and adjust my deck accordingly. I feel like it's still possible. I just have to
watch your heads.
do the thing, you know? No boost for you. Next.
Us.
Now. Now we need one more fire card. So this time we have both rows on fire. And in addition to that, yeah, we'll get one of these.
Catch! The chase is on!
With that I can mark them and they get damaged each turn. Should work out for us pretty well too. Let's boost it again. Now let's play our pirate game.
Don't need no weapon!
With that, then I can destroy the armor with this one. Ah, that was useless. Shouldn't have done that there. What is the lowest unit? Just to get rid of the armor as soon as possible. Okay, no boost. That's good.
Archers,
I want to get rid of this
be
one.
Night. Obscure the sun with arrows.
Okay.
Ow!
Definitely want to get rid of this one. Because this one attacks all of my troops. So I don't want that. I think I said fire, not Freya, but I mean, might as well said Freya. Sure. Who's there?
Blood washes away all shame!
That. These get damaged anyway. Freya!
Ach, Scheiß! In Trey!
That was close. Boost for him. This one there. Okay, new one of those. Training his deck is basically impossible.
Off to the front yet again.
Oh, she says meow? That's what I was going to say.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I don't think we will win this one either. We're too close in terms of strength. So. Probably not. Let's see. Now he draws a full hand.
That was not in the spell books.
I mean, another way could be like completely not attack him and force him to have a full board so he can't play any cards anymore. That would be an option as well. It's the boost down. Kind of fascinating to watch. Okay, no boost there. So that was basically a weak turn for him.
Barbarians.
Just 6. He will get the boost. Easily. There's 2 more cards. Gets the boost easily.
A highly curious case.
That was strong. New cards. Okay, 10. 16. Oh, it's so close.
Grotto dum anime est. Spes est.
Did it!
Where is he? Tell
We
me
did
where.
it! Fire and beer! That is my house motto. Fire and beer! Oof, that was intense. Half an hour simulation, just letting it roll out. Right at the 10-hour mark.
Nilfgaard had the upper hand, yet the black-clad spirits had suffered. They now
10
made
hour
more
of
use of
gameplay,
shields than of
excluding
swords.
the...
When
Easy.
Meve finally broke through their line, they raised their arms in surrender. Rivia Castle had fallen. It was hers once more.
Trocker! Nein zu wien!
Meve showed her prisoners of war mercy, knowing full well they'd only followed orders. Death would be the fate of only Ardal ep Dahi, the one Nilfgaardian who'd issued those commands.
Alright, Athenas, have a wonderful night. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out for some time. Hope you get some good rest and that you have a great day tomorrow.
Alas, the general had disappeared. A prisoner revealed ep Dahi had fled as soon as the Lyrians had surged towards the upper keep. He had glided down to the lower castle in a wicker basket for transporting food. Curled up beneath potato skins and other scraps, he'd scurried away not unlike a common maggot. Meve cursed her luck and leaned back against a merlin. Dawn was yet a few hours off, but the horizon had already begun to glow blood red.
Dawn is just a few hours off.
The Nilfgaardian reserves now drew near, too late to prevent the castle's fall.
I'll get him.
Muttered the queen, more to herself than anyone else.
I swear on all that's sacred I'll catch the bastard. But now we've a pressing matter to see to. Preparing the defense.
That night the war turned, with the battle for Rivia Castle as its fulcrum. Meve's great victory, not only retaking the stronghold in a single evening, but also fending off a further invading army, proved the Nilfgaardian Colossus had feet of clay.
At the end.
The armies of the north had united and now seemed to be on the attack everywhere. Imperial forces, while still far more numerous, lay stretched over thousands of miles. Their position was untenable, and Nilfgaard's commanders knew this. In a decisive battle, they yet stood a chance, so they gave said battle, and suffered a resounding defeat. Just a few months on from that memorable night in Rivia, the Imperial army was in utter disarray. Aldersburg, the fortress, remained a last point of resistance. General ep Dahi and what had survived of Army Group East had dug in there, this place, where Nilfgaard had triumphed grandly in the war's early days, would now bear witness to its impending defeat. It seems history after all, has a sense of justice, or humor, or both. Though Meve had already reclaimed her realm, she refused to retire her sword just yet. For King Demavend had requested her aid in purging Edirn of the invader. How could she refuse? She owed the king a favor, firstly. Yet she also had a burning desire to settle the score with Epdahi.
Demavend's envoy and I spoke, Your Majesty. The king has Aldersburg surrounded. He awaits and won't begin the assault till you arrive.
Good. I truly hate to miss it. Tell the troops to prepare. Gear and ire.
Of course, Your Grace.
Yes? Is there something else?
Pardon my boldness, Your
Who would
Grace, but
trade me this time?
I can't help but be concerned. You don't sleep. You've the air of illness about you.
I think back to that night in Rivia often, to Gascon's death. Perhaps I made a mistake. Perhaps he didn't have to die.
He didn't, Your Majesty. He needn't have been there at all. I'm a soldier. I swore to serve you. Gascon, not so. He might have left at any time. Guilt, pity trouble you, Your Grace, I know. But he signed on willingly and knew exactly what for. Gascon gave his life for he thought you worthy of it. There's no greater proof of friendship, no greater gift one can give. Accept it, Your Grace, and remember him with gratitude, not sorrow.
You're right.
You're
Thank you.
right. I thank you, Raymond.
We're now at 10
That I needed
hours
to
and
hear.
16 minutes. Hello, Luckless. Welcome to the stream.
We've talked enough.
We're right at
We
the
must
end,
march
though.
on to Aldersburg.
I think. It's close to record. I did once 12 hours. I once did 12 hours. But I think I had one more 10-hour stream or so. So it's up there. Could be one more fight, yeah. Enemy armies in tatters fleeing south towards border. Movement chaotic, uncoordinated. Suggests no contact with command. Squirtle command is also in retreat to east towards Dol Blathana. Without Nilfgaardian support, elves slaughtered by Edirnians whenever caught. Emperor preparing for peace summit. Reports indicate willingness to make far-reaching concessions. Last bastion of an enemy resistance fortress in Aldersburg. Remaining troops guarding it led by General Epdahi. He refused all call to capitulate. Your Highness, we deeply regret to inform you that Captain Tobias, who provided us with valuable information from the Nilfgaardian occupied capital, was unmasked and beheaded after 3 days in intensive torture. While leaving the city, the invaders took with them his family, a wife and 2 children, 12 and 7 of age. Their fate remains unknown. Shh. Great. How was your day, Luckless? What did you do today? You didn't stream, right? Or did you? Your Majesty, good tidings from the Western Front. The combined forces of Temeria, Kedwen, and Redania have soundly defeated the Nilfgaardians at Brenna. The Empire lost nearly 40,000 soldiers, and Marshal Cohorn has vanished without a trace. Army Group Center is in disarray, and King Foltest is forcing the enemy from Temerian lands. The Emperor has expressed readiness for truce negotiations. Victory is close at hand.
Huh? What is it now?
The war nears its end.
Not much? Well, that's good too.
Sadly.
Sadly, why?
That's true, Spellcast, but
I survived.
that's right. I did say that.
Again. Rebuild your land, Queen. Enjoy your life. Me and my men, we'll be moving on.
Arnulf, in Lyria and Rivia, your past matters not. Nor does your shame. Stay.
What about after? What do I tell my ancestors when the time comes? I yearn to sit at their table, lass, and drink mead in their company, so go I must.
Okay.
So
I
long,
understand.
Arnulf.
Pretty empty here by now.
Your Grace, I wished once more to express my gratitude for your show of mercy.
I showed mercy, true, but felt much more. Anger, pain, now resentment. You hurt me, Reynard. Wounded me to the bloody core. I don't know what else to say on the matter.
I understand,
so let's not
Asha.
speak
Thank
of
you
it.
for spending so much time here today, and I hope that you have a wonderful sleep. Get some rest, and also thank you very, very much for first the host, 2 €5 donations, and the raid. Thank you so much for all of that. Also, make sure to give Asha Belana a follow and say hi the next time she streams. Bayonetta, it appears currently, a game I haven't played myself, and I bet it will be a lot of fun with Asha and her new emote. Wonderful emote made by Crafty. So thank you very much, Asha. Very, very generous, and hope you get plenty of sleep and good rest. Hope to see you soon.
As you wish, Your Grace.
The war nears its end. What next for Reynard Odo?
Whatever you command, Your Grace.
Ugh.
Is something amiss, my lady?
It's nothing, Reynard. Unimportant.
I don't feel like there's
It's time
a
I attended to other
romance
matters.
in the making between these two. That wouldn't be very fitting. Oh boy, where are we now? Is that an entirely new map? Maybe we will have a record very soon.
Slayer of the Blacklands, long live the Queen!
Seems like a smaller map though. So maybe. All soldiers in service to Nilfgaardian Empire are hereby ordered to promptly head to Aldersburg. The defense of the castle is vital for our planned counter-offensive. Failure to comply with this order will result in punishment of particular severity. Duke Adal Abdahi, Grand Chancellor, Commander of Army Group East. What's going on here? What is...
The Lyrian army had grown into a great serpent. So much so that riding at the column's tail, Meve could not see its head. Footmen, cavalry, and archers stretched like a glistening snake between two horizons. Meve had come a long way indeed, and she felt proud. Suddenly, Meve heard angry cries and the clash of steel against steel, all at the column's front.
Those ranks! To the left! Man's left! Support the flank!
Meve drew her sword, spurred her horse, and galloped forward along the line of troops. Then, through the swirling battle dust, she spotted shimmering golden suns.
Battle? We're not close to the end. Meve drew her sword, yet did not rush headlong into the battle, into the heat of battle, as she once would have. Old wounds and lasting traumas still nagged her, and besides, enough blood had already been spilled. The queen awaited the day when she could finally exchange her heavy armor for an elegant dress and her saddle for a throne. Story battle, shortened battle. Banner. Okay, let's switch this out. We have still our Skelligus. That's good. Oh, but it's a shortened battle. Doesn't really help them. Oh, that's not too bad. Pretty good. So, let's play this one first. And this one. Where do we have our fire thrower there? And this one.
Catch!
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Very well. Good first turn.
152, 154.
Ouch. Now...
Hey!
That cleared that road.
Scrubbing duty again? Oh, gods. I smell a leak. New orders? No? Ah.
Our ballista, your command.
This looks
Must be an important
doable.
lesson in this. But what?
Off to the front yet again.
Death is only the beginning!
We have Arnulf. This one, this one. Fire and beer, our house motto.
Nilfgaard!
Ever have a storm knock
God is fear! Let's dance! In retreat!
There we go. No more enemies there.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Quiet, or the Commissar will hear.
Oh no, I have to play this one. Not quite. Didn't quite win. 9 to 162.
Have mercy!
Did a thing.
Normally disciplined, determined to an extreme, these Nilfgaardians quickly broke rank and ran.
Deserters!
I assume this
Leaderless, Your Grace.
A
mostly
scout
like an
reported.
epilogue.
Headed south, they was, towards the frontier.
Maybe.
Chained prisoners now sat along the dusty road. Meve stopped in front of one. He was ragged and unshaven. Flies had taken an interest in his poorly bandaged hand. Spotting the Queen, he lowered his head and quivered with terror.
I know you take us for savages,
Began Meve, her gaze passing over several scraggy black-clads.
but fear not. We shan't flay you alive nor eat you for dinner. And when a truce is signed, you'll be sent home, where I most sincerely hope you'll stay this time.
As the Queen mounted her horse, she barely concealed a grimace. Her thighs were sore and chafed, her hands raw from the reins. But she bit her lip and rode on, for the prize was now very near.
Okay. This was actually the way. I thought we had to go this way, but I think I looked wrong. Yeah. Okay, let's get moving. Getting tired.
It was in Aldersburg when it fell. Broke my heart, that did. But not complete. I'll take it back.
Oh, how do I get... Why don't you... No? You don't want to go there? Oh, fine. Oh, I can move around there. But we have so much gold and wood by now. We can get a little... Let's help them out. Boost morale, although even our morale is full. It's not looking too bad.
Meve was listening to a scout's report when screams suddenly burst from the prisoner transport. In a moment, Meve bore witness to a truly macabre sight.
What's happening
The Nilfgaardian
now?
captives, to whom she had recently been merciful, lay dead, massacred in cold blood among the camp's tents.
Great.
Blast it all.
Seethed the queen, looking at the bloodied corpses. Those responsible for the deed, peasants from the quarry at Ravencloft, Meve had welcomed into her ranks. The harm they'd endured from Nilfgaardians wielding whips. This was what had festered in their hearts and minds.
Because they wanted
Rivians
revenge.
couldn't accept that their oppressors had gone unpunished. So they took matters into their own hands, in defiance of the queen.
There's fiends, not folk,
Cried the peasants, now armed and in uniform.
They was owed this, plain and simple.
It had been justice by a mob, and Meve knew it should not go unpunished. Yet at the last, ignoring her advisor's counsel, she left the former slaves' fate for their commanders to decide. For the queen had grown weary of choosing between two evils.
Yeah, I feel like she,
darker
just as I am, a little bit tired. She's tired of war. I'm tired of being awake. Don't wanna miss anything though. Wanna
The good mothers guided you to
check out the places though. New cemetery, one of many that have appeared in the area. Most of the dead have not been identified. Their graves are named. Our soldiers have requested that we light candles in their honor. Are you willing to say? Yeah, let's do it. Let's pay a few coins for the fallen. So, which way do I have to... Didn't want to go to my camp. Exit my camp! Okay, I have to go there to the right. So let's check out this area first. Exactly. Also, we have upgraded everything and we have about 50,000 gold pieces. We are swimming in gold. We're Scrooge McDuck. Okay. I still pick up the loot because obviously if there's loot in a game I have to pick it up, but...
Meve noticed one of her scouts, a certain Corporal Larkin, halt his mount and train his gaze on the woods.
Your Grace, I thought I heard something. Could have sworn. A whisper, maybe, but... nothing now. It's all gone quiet. I think I might have imagined it, in fact.
Imagined?
Meve placed her hand on his shoulder.
No one has sharper senses than you. If you claim to have heard something, it's worth a closer look.
Corporal Larkin saluted, then rode past the trees. Suddenly in shadow, he keenly scanned his surroundings. Something caught his attention. He dismounted, then brushed aside ferns, exposing tracks made in the mud.
Your Majesty!
He shouted, quickly turning towards the road.
Sound the alarm! It's squirt!
An arrow whisked through the air, pierced his throat, and suddenly silenced him. Then the forest came alive with cries in the Elder tongue. Elves on the attack.
All our decisions bite us on the ass. Meve cursed under her breath. Did Scoia'tael hatred know no bounds? The war had already been lost. Nilfgaard, who had supported their cause against the northern kingdoms, had retreated beyond the Yaruga. By attacking the Queen's army, the elves must have known there stood nothing to gain. That is, other than the heads of enemy Dwan. Story battle, shortened battle. So, let's see. No, that's not a bad.
It's a trap! 2 arms!
It's a trap.
Prize, just for you, love.
Don't call me love. Okay, that's. I think it's time for the fire.
You mad? Don't shake that! This could hurt.
Burn them down.
I shall not fail!
You shall.
Come here! Let's dance! None shall tread on us!
We shall.
Have strength, my love.
6.
Armor won't say.
Nay, Dwan camest.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
We ought to help one or the other. Let us sing the song of steel!
Fire and beer.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Thing about slings, they are well.
Thank you. And another victory.
Renner, stop! We surrender!
The Scoia'tael fighters stood no chance against Meve. When the sounds of battle finally ceased, the Queen, victorious, tossed aside her arrow-studded shield. She then ordered the commando's leader brought before her. She'd expected a ranter who would turn up his nose, spit in her face, and cry, "Death to all Dwan!" But the bloodied elf before her was no arrogant firebrand. He averted his gaze, and his lips gently trembled.
Youthful you look, elf. How many summers to you? 30? More?
27, my lady.
27. A wonderful age. A shame to die so young.
I beg you, Renna. For mercy, I ask. If not for me, then at the least for...
Mercy? You jest. You wait in ambush, come at us like bandits, and now you dare ask for mercy.
It was no ambush.
Don't play me for a fool. I know what I saw, and am no stranger to warcraft.
It's not you we wished to fight. Sverre.
Then who killed Corporal Larkin, Werebubs?
When we saw you on the high road, we fell back and hid in the wood. We wanted you to pass. Your scout's hearing, very keen. He heard something, then spotted our tracks. You must understand, we had no choice.
You could have surrendered.
You know you might have surrendered.
Like Dristan's commando. Is that what you mean? They laid down their arms before an Edirnian general, who ordered them hanged. One and all.
Ah, Rayla.
If we're to die, we prefer to die bows and swords in hand.
Why are you here? Were you to rescue Ebdahi?
Rescue someone? No, Renna. We flee. The Nilfgaardians have realized they'll lose the war and have renounced us. Without their support, we stand no chance. Demavend has loosed his hounds. They hunt our units one by one. He's offered 50 gold pieces for the head of each Scoia'tael. It's the same in Temeria and Kedwen, if not worse. We wish to join with your Veth's unit, flee together as far as we could. It was our last hope.
Why do you tell me all this?
Because you listen still. You've not ordered me killed, so... you've clearly a heart. Eseth Aina Edu, I beg you. So few of us remain. All tired, all wounded. We pose no threat. Let us leave your realm. Let us flee.
You may go. I
Enough
feel like
senseless killing for one day.
Meve is over all this squabbling. She
You're
just
free to
wants
leave.
revenge on Ebdahi and be home and rest.
I don't know how to thank you.
Make certain I don't ever regret this decision. 'Twould be thanks enough.
I thank you for your compassion towards me and all my folk.
Meve personally unfastened the prisoner's chains as her Lyrians looked on in silence.
Yeah, I think earlier in the
They
game
did
she
not
would have
approve.
decided
This was
differently,
clear.
but by now the
Their
war is over.
displeasure
It's really
was
just about
palpable.
Ebdahi and going home. I also wonder what we do with our brat. Nilfgaard has betrayed us. They've told the Nordlings our position, exposed all our hideouts. The peace treaty will contain no guarantee of amnesty for those surrendering arms. You know what that means. We must flee the Northern Realms. Take your entire commander to the agreed-upon location as fast as you can. I will wait a week, then move east. Yorvith. So we hear something from Yorvith. That's nice. Again, didn't want to do that. So... I think this is the path? I think so. Harmelin? Oh boy. Look at that. Loot! The loot! On. Explode him! Wait. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, there.
The Lyrian corps neared Aldersburg, and it could not have been on a more idyllic day. The sun shone, birds sang, trees rustled in a light breeze. But Meve saw it as she had at the war's start. Walls illumined by a fire's glow, the cries of fleeing civilians, the stench of burning flesh. As on that day, Aldersburg was under siege. At this time, Eden's flags fluttered in the field, while Nilfgaard's tattered sons crowned the fort's towers. The Queen found Demoven's tent without difficulty. Made of sheets of silk edged with silver thread, it positively shone.
Seems the realm's restored to a virtuous path,
muttered Meve.
Aha! There she is! Queen Meve, savior of the North, the Sun Slayer.
Mockery I don't appreciate.
I wouldn't dare. Not my words, those. You've been painted thus in song. Master Dandelion himself wrote a ballad.
Oh, wow.
The Battle for the Bridge. If you take the bard at his word, you're as fierce with a blade as any witcher.
Is that jealousy I hear?
To be perfectly honest, Meve,
Queen of the North.
it is. For I hadn't the pluck nor resolve. And when all the North tucked tail, went to shite, you alone stepped up and bared your fangs. Let it be a lesson for the future to us all.
You called out the future. Tell me, how's your son?
Baldwin. Growing like a weed he is. And the spitting image of his old man.
Good news all, especially given the mother's profession.
She's now Countess Demeretta of
Oh,
Gullet,
wow.
a lady of the court.
Ooh, your lawful wife must be thrilled.
Hard to say in truth. I've not seen her in some time. Duty keeps me away, you understand.
Uh-huh.
You work hard, I'm certain. Many a night, too.
You might say so indeed. But enough about me. As we're chirping away like two gossips in the field, do tell me, what a villain.
What do you think? I tossed him in the dungeon.
Justly so. Wisen him up. Make him live on bread and water a bit.
A bit? Oh no, my friend. He shan't emerge anytime soon, believe me.
For the future?
A
What
lesson
about...
for the future? What do you mean?
My dear, this war won't change a bloody thing, you know. Nilfgaard will be Nilfgaard, the North. We'll sign a truce. The Blackclads will turn tail towards home. But the old borders don't satisfy us.
I'm perfectly satisfied with them, thank you. And I just wish other folk would respect them too.
You're one hell of a warrior, but you're no strategist at all. Your perspective, you've got to broaden it. Nilfgaard, we cannot allow it to regain strength and spirit, else we'll face another invasion within a decade or two. Measures are required. Preventive, preemptive, whatever the learned call it. Build an army, a vast one, wait in ambush, and when they least expect it, break their bloody spine. Just think, if we were to join forces...
Enough. I don't wish to hear it. Won't even entertain the thought. I'll help you take Aldersburg, but then I'll go home, where, God's willing, I'll live to a ripe old age.
As you wish. We can mount the assault at any time, but...
But?
My scouts report a small Nilfgaardian force approaching from the south. They've stayed off the roads, moved only under the cover of night, escorting someone.
Who?
I've no notion. Could be a mage. Devilishly unpredictable, that lot. Could wreak havoc in our ranks. Either way, before we rush at the walls...
I shall see to it.
Okay.
You've just arrived. Must be weary after the long journey.
An understatement if I ever heard one. But I wish all this to be over, quickly.
Meve set out after the Nilfgaardians immediately, a cavalry escort in tow. Her unmatched scouts, who had led the army through the mountains of Mahakam and Angren swamps, quickly found the enemy's trail.
This way, Your Grace. It's not far now.
That very same day, Meve's force caught up to the mysterious black-clad unit. Lyrian riders surrounded the foe, forcing the Nilfgaardians to halt. All felt so quiet, the creaking of taut Lyrian bowstrings could be discerned.
The common tongue. Which of you knows it?
I do, Your Majesty.
Coldwin, okay.
You also know who you deal with, I see. What is your name?
Kaldvin, Your Majesty.
At last, a Nilfgaardian name I can pronounce. So, Kaldwin, it seems this war will reach its end in 2 days' time at the most. 'Twould be silly to die today, wouldn't you agree?
It would, milady.
Precisely. I've spilled enough blood. I've lost the appetite for more. So, provided you don't give me a good reason to kill you, you'll walk away with your lives. Now tell me, you carry something for General Ebdahi. What is it?
A letter.
Urgent to the point of insanity, it must be. Who wrote it? The dear Madam Ebdahi?
No, Your Majesty. The Emperor.
Oh.
My. A letter from Emir himself. You must be an important person. A noble, or... Yet your uniform is simple, with no discernible distinctions. Who are you truly, Kaldwin? A spy?
A simple messenger, Your Majesty.
Don't lie. I know messengers, how they travel. Alone, armorless, atop a swift steed. You're escorted by cavalry of the heavy sort.
For I often carry orders the recipients don't wish to perform, thus the escort.
Give me the letter.
I've sworn to deliver it to General Ebdahi, or to die in the quest to do so.
Oh, very well. My translator shall read this letter, then return it to you. You shall break no vow, and who knows? You might even survive.
And if I refuse?
Guess.
So be it. I accept your offer.
Meve's translator cracked the seal and read. And as he read, his eyes grew wide as saucers. Then he whispered in the Queen's ear.
Okay.
Truly. And you're certain you're not mistaken. The wonders of this world. Kaldwin, consider this your lucky day. I allow you to complete your mission, with one proviso.
And that is?
That when you hand him the letter, you will give the General my regards.
As Kaldwin and escort set off towards Aldersburg, the Lyrian soldiers looked at their queen with disbelief. To leave a Nilfgaardian to fulfill a secretive task. Meve failed to stifle a rather mean laugh. They'll understand tomorrow, she thought.
Did he get
General
orders to
Ebdahi
take his
had
life?
prefaced
Or
Lyria's and
anything like that?
Rivia's invasion with a series of arrogant demands. The Nilfgaardian had been impudent, as he had felt sure he'd achieve a quick and decisive victory.
Dun, dun,
Yet
dun.
several months on, he too received an ultimatum. One signed by Emperor Emir var Emreis himself. The missive was concise and left no room for interpretation. With General Ebdahi dead, the Nilfgaardian army descended into chaos. The kings of the north, united, took advantage and struck at the foe. Their victory was complete.
Foltest.
The Nordling forces cheered their commanders and monarchs, but for none so vehemently as the one queen among them.
Yes!
Many dream of achieving the impossible. Meve had done it. Through wit, determination, and boldness, she had thwarted the Nilfgaardian invasion. The queen would rule for many more years. Stern, yet ever just.
So a lass saved the North from the Blacklads.
That is one way to put it.
So who's he?
Well, I'll be
Who's the
damned.
storyteller?
And a chap. She find herself one in the end?
Leave it be. Bloke's been spinning the tale all night. Story's done. Time he got some shut-eye.
Yes, please.
Yes. Particularly as we've yet a long road before us.
Who's that?
Phew. Throat must be past as old leather after all that. Except, I'm itching to know what happened to the lot of them. Reynard, Gascon.
Ah, very well.
Okay, what happened to
Who
Willem?
shall we start with? Willem? Meve never forgave him his betrayal. Left to rot in Rivia's dungeon, his strength and spirit waned until he quietly expired. He was buried in secret. No speeches,
Good.
no honors. His tomb, a plain one, of roughly hewn stone. Meve spared no expense in bidding Gascon farewell. His peer lords themselves bore the casket, and soldiers in parade dress beat the funeral drums. The Duke of Dogs, a marauder, was interred with honors befitting the truest of royals. As news of the Nordling victory filtered south, Nilfgaard's inhabitants greeted it with disbelief. Returning Imperial soldiers told stories of Lyria's cruel queen, who murdered prisoners and sullied sacred laws. They referred to her as Gvaeldead, the bloodthirsty one.
I mean, they're not completely wrong there.
Tensions waned. Lyria's and Rivia's disparate races seemed to live harmoniously, side by side. The Queen pressed for new laws aimed at curbing oppression. They were
Stopping
a step
racism.
towards more enlightened rule, yet sadly were habitually broken. And Meve? As I said, she ruled with an iron hand, not fist. Ever alone, ever strong, dousing dissent with commanding gestures. She was beloved, I've no doubt. Yet her subjects always breathed easier when her gaze moved on from them to someone else. And now...
That's a good quality.
If you'd allow me...
Of course. Leave him be, lads. Let him get some rest. Till the time comes for the next tale.
I wouldn't be mad if they tell different stories with the same style. If they would just take a different scenario in the Witcher world and have a same game like that, I would love that. This was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I really, really liked the game. I didn't expect too much of the gameplay. I was just mostly just excited to get back into the Witcher world, but turns out they really did a great job with providing us with great characters. I feel like very deep characters that were interesting. We had a very engaging story with twists and turns and betrayal and politics and battles, decisions that we had to make that later had an impact on us, on our army, on our whole quest. So I really, really enjoyed it. It's so well done. I mentioned it earlier. They really don't half-ass anything. If they do a game, they do it properly, and that is I really respect that. I had a great time with that, and I can only recommend that game for anyone who likes a little bit of a puzzle challenge, because that is what it really is in the end. It is mostly a puzzle game combined with a visual novel. Think that fits the best, and even if you couldn't do much or couldn't feel much positive about the Gwent game in either The Witcher 3 or the Gwent Online, I still think that this game has its value, because the Gwent games play so differently from both the online version and the especially the Witcher 3 version, with the heavier focus on puzzles and just finding out how to solve those battles. So yeah, again, thank you all for joining me today. It was a long stream. We're now at almost 11 hours. So that's pretty long. I'm pretty tired. But thank you to a lot of you guys who stopped by either for just short or for a long time. Thank you so much. And before we will rate someone else, I will say a few thank yous, and then again Sunday probably no stream. I will announce it separately on Twitter and Discord as well, but probably no stream on Sunday because a friend comes over spontaneously, so have to cancel that. But we will start on Monday with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, me playing that for the very first time. I have no idea about that game or that world, and I'm very excited to check that out with all of you. We will do that on Monday and Tuesday for sure, and then I will post the schedule for next week either tomorrow or on Sunday, so you guys know when to expect me. Probably not with another 11-hour stream though next week. I assume so. I never know. Maybe I develop a taste for these long streams. But now let's say a few thank yous while the credits keep rolling. They definitely deserve to be seen. Those people, they did a great job. So it started with Asha Balanal. Thank you not only for the host, not only for 2 €5 donations, but also a raid later on. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending so much time with us, and also for the money. That's very generous of you, very much appreciated. So thank you for that. Then Emma the Ginger, brand new acolytes, subscribed with Amazon Prime, with a Prime sub. Thank you very much and welcome to the acolytes. Very much appreciated. Use your pandas wisely. Sid 1976 with a resub, 3 months now overall. Thank you so much, Sid, and thank you for stopping by and for the resubscription. Spellcaster also with the host. Thank you for that as well. Violet Carter then, or Violet Dodger. I always say Violet Carter. I can't get used to it. But Violet Dodger with the resub, 14 months now. 14. Thank you so much, Violet. So close to 50. Crazy, right? But thank you so much, Violet. And also after that, gifting a sub to Zora Dragon, who's now part of the Acolytes for 4 months. Very generous of you, very much appreciated. Thank you so much. And then last but certainly not least, Miss Chibi with a raid. Thank you so much, Chibi. Make sure to check out Chibi's channel as well. Give her a follow. Say hi the next time she streams. Spam some pandas there as well. And now, while the credits still roll, I will have a look at who's online, if anyone is online. Usually I don't raid at these times, so I'm not sure if Twitch is even open at this hour, or if Twitch is closed. I can understand it, it's very late. I would close Twitch for now. So let's see. Let's rate a fan girl has no name. She is playing The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, if I see that correctly. So a little more puzzling going on. Thank you all for joining again. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you very soon, maybe on Monday, with Vampires the Masquerade Bloodlines. Until then, have a great time. Bye-bye.